see if this is now going to work. Let's see what we got here. Huh? Should, seems a little bit better. Doesn't seem like we're missing as many frames. Test 1, 2. Still getting 1440p. What does it look like to move around? Now, what does it look like to play? Alright, cool. Seems like this is sort of working. Let's see what we got here. Now, the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to re-import a new Blackbird. Blackbird's 250K model. This is slightly more optimized, and I think I was able to maintain a number of the I don't know, good things about it. That ain't it. So many folders. Metaverse models, Blackbird 256K. This is it right here. Alright, we'll bring this in. Yeah, this should work. Now this Blackbird has the, at least it should have the, oh. We want to re-import that at a larger scale. Now I don't know why Reality Capture has that specific issue, but there you go. So you can see, yeah, we still have some of the issues with the wings, you know, holes in the wings, but overall, a halfway decent model at 250,000 polygons, that's not too bad. One of the things I wanted to do was what is this value? I want to try to bring out the color of this Blackbird a little bit. So let me get these reference images out real quick. But you'll notice the SR71, the Blackbird, This is a pretty special aircraft. You know, in this scene, it looks a little too gray. All right, so here's some good images of it. Let's get these out for reference, right? So now you can see, right, even though it is a black plane, you know, it's been kind of worn down by the weather. Just some of the images we took as we went around it. But I wanted to try to recreate, you know, obviously this is the correct color. If we go back into, you know, you'll see that is technically correct. But I do want to just try to bring out some of that color. So I'm going to do it right here. I'll go ahead and create a material instance of this. So this is just that original material, except I'm going to create an instance of it, and I'll go ahead and apply this to the model. You know, sometimes, for some reason, the Unreal Engine 5, the auto select isn't great. Okay, so now we've got our little thing here. We can desaturate it, turn it gray. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this other one. Really don't need that. In fact, I'll go ahead and wipe it. Actually, how big? So one thing is, you know, these normal textures, those cause a lot of issues. Don't ever pump those normal textures in. Anyway, whatever, we can save those. Get rid of our ambient occlusion and our normal maps. I'm just trying to get an idea of how big is this thing. All right, I mean, there's no sense to have just a hunk of junk in here. 50 megabytes. Let's nuke it. We don't need it. We got a better one. See you later, son. And then we've got this one. I believe this one is 500K. Let's just double check. Hey, if whoever's watching this, if you have any questions, if there's something specific you want me to touch on, just let me know. Really just trying to get this you know, multiplayer build going. So that was created. This is the wrong folder. Okay, building 256K. Okay, and we do have 2 textures. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. So, so just so you know, this application is running Lumen with these photo scans, and it is able to run on the Steam Deck. So, you know, the optimizations here are fairly important. I need to shorten this. SRC, Space and Rocket Center, building, done. Port all, it should bring those textures in along with it. Yes, there we go. Now again, I'm going to go and create material instances for these. And in fact, what I'm going to do, real quick, I'm going to I'm going to add a texture parameter. This will be the diffuse. I hate that the, oh wait, oh, it worked that time. Okay, cool. So then I'm going to just create this one material, and I'll have 2 instances of that. Another material instance, and this will be U2v1. And what this will do is this will let us this will just help with the draw calls. Now, obviously, having 2 of them isn't that big of a deal, but get rid of that simple collision. Let's see. That's pretty terrible too. Yeah, the collision on these are not great. Collision, remove collision, bam, wham bam, Uncle Sam. Alright, now let's copy this one, and we're going to drop the new 256K1 in there, and hopefully it lines right up, which, no it doesn't. Bummer, dude. That's fine. That's fine. Everything's a disaster. That's fine. So now let me make sure we're getting this blackbird on the ground in the right spot. You can sort of see where its tires should line up. Oh, interesting. It looks like it is. Looks like some of the scaling was a little thrown off. I'm not sure how that could have happened. But which one is correct? So it looks like it's just scaled up by 1/4. That is weird, and that is a problem. I'll have to address it at some point. But not today. Okay, so we've got our blackbird in here. And we really just want to get it into a place that is... You can kind of see it. Let's give us some more room. Go. If we're here, we do want this to line up with the orientation of that background up there. Just trying to have to figure out how it's going to fit with the other buildings and stuff. So we kind of want it right about there, I think. Maybe even want it a little bit up. Ever so slightly rotated. thing we're going to do is I want that hidden, I want that hidden, I want that hidden. Now I want to hide that. What do we got here? We got a bookmark. I want to grab all this stuff. I just want to move it to the side a little bit. What do we got here? Okay, I got terrain. Make sure I'm not grabbing anything I shouldn't. Just going to pull it over this way. In fact, we're going to turn it. Hey, is that the SR-71 at the museum in Huntsville? Yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah, so actually went over there a couple days ago and scanned it. You can see if I... so some of these were from a... some of these were just from a DSLR camera. I used a couple things. So I'm trying to get one of the rocket center behind it. Yeah, but you can see the, well, you can see the Saturn V up there. Yeah, all right, well, there you go. There's a good one. Now, I also went and got the, let's grab it, where is it? The Saturn V. So this is another area that is kind of just going to be sort of an area you can explore. So all of these are going to be that's weird. Yeah, I've driven past Eglin a number of times. I've never actually seen that one. I've heard that one's actually in better shape though. But of course I don't know. Sorry, this seems like this scan has... Alright, well, I won't go into this right now, but yeah, I've got the models for this too. Oh man, that'd be great. So yeah, I thought about talking to them and seeing if I could, obviously you could probably just walk under there. I don't think anyone would say anything. But you'll notice on a number of these that's kind of the issue here. Yeah, so under it there's a number of so up on these these wings, like that looks just terrible. It's hard to get under it, and it's hard to get. Surprisingly, it was harder to get these back wings than I thought it would be. And of course, it's just naturally, it's not a very good, I don't know, target to capture. Just because of the could not find. What is going on? This is the right one. DSC 7080. Yeah. Can't find DSC 7080. Whoa. Son of a gun. It is gone. How does one of them disappear like that? What happened to that one? Yeah, 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 yeah. They wish. I don't think it has any actual stealth tech on it. I could be wrong. I thought that was kind of, I thought it was that was kind of before its time. Um, I thought it was basically just fast. It was faster than anything. So okay, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I see that. Yeah, that had just the design was you know, small cross section. Interesting. Yeah, I did not know it had any kind of stealth aspect to it at all. I guess you know it makes sense looking at it. I thought the speed was the its thing. I'm really kind of freaked out how that one image is missing. Well, all right, I'm not gonna look for it now, but that is 7080. Here it is. Wonder what else is gone. So that's 795 image. 700. That's bizarre. Yeah, just one random image gone. Yeah. Okay. Um, yeah. Yeah. That's basically. Yeah. That's what I thought. It just outran missiles. That was the whole intent of it. And I heard some crazy stories about just the Cold War about them meeting in um, it was either Shanghai or it was in North Korea, and they basically just flew the Blackbird over the top of it, breaking the sound barrier over and over, just to let them know that they could do it. Hey, so here's one little trick here. Let me show you this. All right, so if we jump in here and we want to play, we want to go walk around. Um, we'll pass right through this. Right? There's no collision on this. If we try to add some collision to it, it's going to be a mess. That's it. So I guess that's a true story. I'll have to look into some of the background for this, you know, first little iterate. Hey, so are you from Huntsville or I guess you've been to the Space and Rocket Center. All right. So what I'm going to do here is under collision, I'm going to turn on use complex collision as simple. Right. Now this is about 250,000 polygons is kind of the max you're ever going to want to do this on. But I'm going to do this on the building too. Now, if we go in here, same thing, we want to walk around, you'll see that we can actually, now we got some collision in here. Right? Go walk up on these hills and stuff. There we are. Man, it's incredible what this thing can do. Do cross sections in here, right? And this is all just for, you know, multiple users to come in here and play around. Okay, but we got this in here. We've got collision on here. What that was doing there. The other things I wanted to add were some expected video resolution is Yeah, it's a great museum. Yeah, of course, you're probably very aware. You know, people come from just all over the world to see it. It's a really nice museum. All right, so what else we got? All right, so as the players, we can transform. I don't want them to be able to move any of the setup here. Do some paint, text, placed here. Okay. Snapshot. So I do need to add, okay, I gotta update those bookmarks, and I need to get rid of, pretty much need to get rid of the rest of the stuff. You don't want any kind of 3D cutouts or anything like that. At least not for this scale. Oh, look how big we are. Whoa. Tiny. Oh no, we stuck in the ground? I think so. Alright. So let me do this. Let me package this real quick. As we do that, we're going to start filling this bad boy out. And if anybody wants to, man, yeah, it's lucky. I almost went down there to watch, you know, the SLS launch, because it was, I figured, I knew they were going to launch it when they left it out in that hurricane. And I knew that the next time they launch that, it's going to have people on it, and it's going to be a big deal. It's going to be just absolutely packed. So I was hoping to get down there for that. Did you see the SLS? Go. If anybody wants to join this Unreal user group, it is right there. What's going on here? Changes saved. Yeah, it's dude, it's gonna be nuts. I'm I'm sure a lot of people are, well, everyone who knows is aware, but we went from we went from not having a launch vehicle. We couldn't even get to the ISS without the Russians, and now we have too many. I mean, they're gonna start. Yeah, SLS took a long time, but now that they know it works and they can lift a butt ton of stuff, it's gonna be cool, man. It's just it's the pace is gonna pick up. They're gonna be doing you know multiple runs with with SpaceX. It's gonna be, man. They're building lunar terrain vehicles. They got a next step module coming out. Yeah, man. ULA's back in the game with people. It's like as much as even I, complained about NASA and this, that, blah, blah, blah. Wait, am I wrong? Is the Vulcan's not human rated, right? Is it? It's just a heavy lift, right? I think it's just a heavy lift. Still, though, I mean, that's like, it's incredible, man. It's just incredible how much, NASA played this game flawlessly. Now they've got more they've got more launch platforms than they know what to do with. How big is this thing? Sorry. Spinning the stream, digging through my Steam upload. Don't want that. There we go. Need these. Here we go. How big is this thing? 557. That's not bad. I think I can even get rid of these. Package one more time. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and upload one of these. That's probably the way to go, though. Is I mean, that was the big problem with, well, not the big problem with SLS. It had a lot of problems. How's Lumen 5.1? Yeah, 5.1. What is this using? Yeah, this is using 5.0. I had some issues with 5.1. I'm trying to think of exactly what it was that busted. But yeah, I mean, I heard great things about it, obviously from Epic, but that Lumen was a lot better. But I haven't really noticed a difference. And to be honest, I don't think you really need it. So like, oh, see, I don't know if you can see this, but the MIP maps on these, there's this weird bug that happens with this too. I don't know if you can see that stuff. It's not in the ship version, but I think when it runs out of, it's a streaming pool. Whatever. Sorry, I don't think I finished answering that question. I've heard Lumen has vastly improved with 5.1, but to be honest with you, I don't think it's necessarily necessary. You can. I was running this. This is this scene originally had 2 million polygons, and it wasn't using nano. It was just Lumen. Lumen with 2 million polygons. All dynamic lighting, and I was running this on the Steam Deck, so it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's pretty good. I mean, I would say it's easily good enough. Get some images of this. Guess I can't with that bug there. What is causing that? So I have a real problem. Whenever there's a bug like this, I just want to figure out what it is. So it's obviously in the base color, right? Look at that. Look at that. Terrible. And you can see it here in this. This has to be a MIP map issue. texture group is that? Method stream. Now it's just starting to pop up everywhere. Tell you what. The old cheat. A lot of glossy. Really? I would have thought that I thought the reflections on it were you know, I don't know, great. I thought those were supposed to be very good. Surprised that compression just so yeah, it's set to 1,000. You think it's the compression of these images? I need to get this without that in the background. And my only real complaint here is I feel like the whole scene is, yeah, just because it was taken, you know, when it was overcast, like it's just a little too gloomy, you know? Again, I thought maybe we could fix that in here. Oh, I still have that desaturated. Okay. I wonder if I can. I saturate. What is that? What does that do? Yeah, I could. I've got a 3070, but if I do that, I want to make sure that I'm not going to go over. If I do start to go over that pool limit, I want to know. If that makes sense. You know, just because. Get kind of the Steam Deck is like the new target for this, which again is pretty incredible that you can, you know, you can run all this Lumen dynamic lighting on a freaking Steam Deck. I mean, that's wild to me. Okay, sorry. Let me compile this one more time. And then what I was trying to get Steam up just enough here that I could upload a build. Are all your photo scan textures virtual textures? Yes, they are. Just by default. Yeah, so they are all virtual textures. But to be honest with you, I don't know a tremendous amount. Like, is there something about that is like metaverse? My little cheat sheet here. Okay. So this should be. This should be app. App build. 2240740. Really? I mean, I kind of figured that was the case, but I didn't know. I just didn't know what to really expect from it. Seems like everything's got a virtual version now. Sorry, I'm just copying over a few of these. 8661, 18, 561. We'll save this as 661. We'll save this as 224074.pdf. And you can find this in metaverse, recursive, PBE, yeah, that all checks out. And our command to build. I want to build that. There, save that. Now let me publish our Steam. Prepare for publish. Now let's see if this is going to work. Copy all this over here. Throw this in our thing. We'll get our builder going. And let's see here. I always pull the texture stats window in the search tool statistics. Yeah, and I just never really found this that useful. Like, I mean, well, say it didn't find it that useful. It's very useful. Uh, but what it's actually, I mean, this is the current streaming level. I guess what it's actually loaded versus what it is fully loaded. Always. I mean, this is the current memory, right? I mean, assuming these are virtual textures, I could be wrong. I almost thought in 5 it just brought. Nah, maybe they're not. Where is it? Doesn't it convert to? No, okay. I guess they're not. Is it? I mean, is there? Would you recommend virtual textures? Is there? Gosh, I think it's actually working. So for what you're doing, okay. Well, let's do it. In fact, that reminds me, I did want to switch these to material instances. Don't mind that. Just the Steam Deck crashing and burning. Ugh. Now, let's see if we can't push this real quick. Title upload, yeah, that's the one we want. All right, let's try it. that work? All right. So calling the texture sets for virtual, and you can see that none of your big textures were there, and they were taking up a huge amount of space. Yeah, so let's look at that again. Huh. It should be. Those should be virtual textures. Boot one more time. And then let me go ahead and launch this. So let's see. So I've got this on the Steam Deck too. That's weird. None of them are showing up as virtual texture. Oh, you know what? You know what? Do I even have enable virtual texture support? Might as well do light maps too. Why not? Yeah, I mean, I remember when it came out like 4.26 or so. It's been out for a while. I just never really saw like a massive improvement of that over something else, but I mean, I guess they did it for a reason. Let me... Oh, whoops. I don't want that. Okay. Desktop session. There. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Look at it. Desktop guy. Return my Microphone off. That's still working. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so microphone's working on Steam. What I don't have. Yeah, I need to fix the input. Man, I'm surprised that works so well. Yeah, and again, I mean, you can see, well, I guess you can't see, kinda. It runs about 30 frames a second. And, you know, it's got lumen working. It's got lumen reflections, lumen global illumination, which means that all, you know, everything else, I think there's one directional light, right? So it's not super, the lighting is not super intensive, but that's yeah. All right. So at this point, two things I need to add are you know, a plugin that's basically going to let me stream, you know, on a widget presentation, um, just a little presentation, and then I want to add some, you know, some, I can't think, uh, some, I don't know, some, just some gizmos, right? Just something so people can kind of interact together, right? You know, it's all something. Get at some like ability to shoot some party favors or something. It's like Steam should be about that. Well, I think it's a good kind of stopping point for here. I'll jump back on a little bit later, but yeah. Hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate the help on that. I'm gonna go back in and just double check. Go back in and just double check that all of the textures are streaming virtually. I think probably right. Some of those. All right, cool. Yeah. Hey, thanks for jumping in. I appreciate it. All right, I'll see you guys later.